4 times in one motherfucking day. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. That means I feel inspired. And when I feel inspired, it never rains in Southern California, but it's constantly raining game throughout the whole motherfucking coast. And I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my daily series. Since I spend so much time making opinions about things that are going on within the culture. I spend so much time studying, participating in hip-hop culture, in battle rap culture, and just live a pretty unique life, which I'm constantly talking about, posting pictures and videos of. Why not create a call to action for all of y'all, all of my jits, to start tuning in every single day to my show, The Pocket. Alright? This is The Pocket, episode 4 of The Pocket, and we're going to decide what's in the pocket and what's out of pocket. And this can pertain to individuals, it can pertain to specific actions that motherfuckers have done. Just who in the pocket, who out of pocket, what's in the pocket, what's out of pocket, what we fucking with, what's TD. Alright? So, if you fucking with that, if you fucking with the JIT movement, if you fucking with this new series, let me see some love. Let me see some rooster emojis right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to see rooster emojis and I want to see love. If you fucking with my new series, it's called The Pocket. What I'm going to do every single time on The Pocket with my new entertainment imprint that I've launched quietly over the past few months called Fin35. Now, Fin35 is going to be an outlet for up-and-coming artists, it's just like a whole entire new platform that I've created, and, you know, the whole entire JIT movement will be a part of it. Of course, you know, I'm a member of 667 Cult, but this is its own entity, so anybody in 667 is welcome to work with me on this, but it's not mutually exclusive to the cult. It's a creation. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you shouts at my JIT Pat. He likes the same the Tyrant album. He said that's pure fire. If you haven't heard it yet, go to lush1.bandcamp.com. My catalog's on there. You can listen to a Saint and a Tyrant album for free. If you like it, cop it. I also got a pretty big battle rap event that I'm co-curating with King of the Dot next month called Town Business. If you're a fan of that, you want to support, get your tickets right now. So let's chop it up, man. Let's chop it up. Let's get a bunch more people in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how many more people we can get. Blah. Because this is like, you know, something that we need to discuss. We inviting some motherfuckers, people that I respect. First and foremost, I want to say shouts to the homie JP Cali, you know what I'm saying? AKA FKA Cali Boy Smooth, West LA's finest. Really, really, really dope rapper. Really, really good dude. He recently went to Hawaii on a philanthropic trip where he was teaching the youth. You can see him in classrooms working with the youth, as well as doing some performances and some battles, and he was randomly attacked by 6 motherfuckers who stomped him. They stomped his face, and he had surgery tonight. I got word. I spoke with Cali tonight. He told me that he's had his jaw wired shut. Let's wish and pray for a speedy recovery for him, because, you know, Cali's a good dude. He did not deserve that. On the low, him and I actually have a project which we were starting soon. My next project, even though I'm really working and concentrating on touring and my live set and pushing the line for the Saint and a Tyrant album, as well as the other 667 Cult releases coming up, I had a project that I was about to be working on with Cali Smooth. That shit's still going down. Drink your electrolytes, by the way. This shit's good for you. He has a GoFundMe. I think last time I checked, he was close to halfway there. 2,000 is the goal. I don't know. Like, he has family out there and stuff. I want to know more information from whoever the fuck this promoter was. Whoever there's a dude named shouts to the homie Jeremy. He actually posted on here and said I warned him not to perform on this island. Maybe we can get Jeremy to go live and get some more information from him. I'm inviting him specifically to this live. That's horrible, I gotta say. Here's what I think happened, just like, and this is based on no information. You know, I've spoken to him, but this is not based on anything. I know Cali has a way with the ladies, you know what I'm saying? He's a West LA pretty boy. Chicks jock him wherever he goes. I have a feeling he was just, you know, out and enjoying himself. Some fat Neanderthal's girlfriend seen him. Her fat coochie started fucking dripping stalactites and shit. And somebody got jealous and they decided to give him what they call a Hawaiian welcome. What's funny is this fool's actually partially, you know, has family from Hawaii. So that, like, to me right there, that's a very plausible scenario because there's nothing that he could have done to warrant or elicit that type of reaction. Let's talk about battle rap culture, man, and let's talk about, like, some of the people we let in, you know, like, you know, I don't even want to mention their names, but we've had now 3 people do things that I consider sociopathic. I think any therapist, anybody that, it doesn't take Dr. Freud to fucking realize that fabricating one's own death for popularity or to help use as an angle in somebody's round, that's sociopathic tendencies. Now, not to mention somebody literally, 2 people that have faced hardcore sex charges, you know what I'm saying, that if they beat the charges, they're on, you know, one of them will never have a chance to beat the charges, and the other one, at best case scenario, is going to be on Megan's list for the rest of his life. Is there something inherent about battle rap culture that attracts these weirdos, or is it just that there's so many people and it's that are involved in it that by nature, by statistics, mathematically, there has to be this many perverts and weirdos involved? What do y'all think? To me, I say it's out of pocket. I say it's out of pocket as fuck regardless, you feel me? Like, to me, there's nothing in the pocket about it. Even most of the people that consider themselves bloggers, now there are exceptions to the rule, people like Jay Black, you know what I mean? Like, he's never done anything that I've seen that is, you know, worthy of this type of admonishment, this type of discussion. There are others as well, but I mean, even a few others, like one was caught for being a pathological liar and having various alias accounts using to try to sway consensus in his favor, and there's been all kinds of fuck shit going on as far as the blogger game, quote unquote, in battle rap culture is involved. So what do y'all think? The homie Condi says, battle rap does encourage egos, and big egos tend to take things. Well, I mean, is that any different than a hip-hop culture in general? You know, like, battle rap does attract egos, I would say, perhaps more so than the average fan. I mean, it's a niche market, and I would say those that do have that do tend to follow battle rap specifically have a proclivity to have more of an ego. So I'd say Condi has a valid point right there. You know, does that attract more weirdos per se? Is there a way that we can regulate this? Like, what do we do? It's like difficult because, like, I'm not one for censorship. I'm not one for heavy scrutinization. Like what do? We fucking like literally like fucking run police checks on everybody that enters the culture. Real Deal in the Function, he says, It's like giving a fuck what Mel Kiper does in his private life, right? I mean, like, to a certain degree, you're right. But, like, you know, when you're dealing with something as that's as personal a connection of rapping, especially in the a cappella format, it's essentially a conversation. And that's why, like, when we hear dope shit, there's often people cheering on the dope bars saying, talk to him, talk to this boy, talk that shit, because you're literally speaking, and there's a real conversational aspect to it. It dates back to just, you know, the verbal tradition, and it predates hip-hop culture, and it, you know, predates, it's manifested itself in many forms: theater, you know what I mean, storytelling in various cultures, from early in Western American to African to Native American to so many different cultures. So, you know, the fact that, and battle rappers tend to put a lot of their personal lives into their material, you know, and so that makes it a little bit more, a deeper of a connection than just like, oh, okay, this is somebody I'm a fan of. My man TD3 weighing in on the subject says, there are tons of weirdos in battle rap, more so than I'd like, but I've met way more cool people than idiots. If I have to be honest, it's overwhelming. I mean, 1000%. That's the reason why individuals such as yourself, such as Real Deal, such as myself, are literally lifers, as they say in the culture. We have no way in, no way out. We have fully invested ourselves. We have fully invested our souls. And a lot of that is due to the camaraderie. And a lot of that is due to the fact that so many different walks of lives are brought together, and so many people fuck with each other on such a deeper level. Pause. That people, you know, it just is what it is. Battle rap culture is a family, and we will continue to rock with each other. But I would say that overall, when you look at the sheer numbers, when you look at websites like Verse Tracker, that, you know, if you pay for it, you can surpass the whole ads, and regardless, you can check it out. You'll see significantly more people just that participate in the art form that are a part of this camaraderie that was previously mentioned by TD3. Majid Pat O'Rourke said, when something like battle rap gets as big as it does, it will attract negativity, but the positivity should outweigh that in most cases. Optimistically, I would like to agree. Is that the case? I don't know. Now, I do find it odd that there's, out of all the people that are involved in this, it's so many more in the media, specifically the bloggers, that have a tendency to be genuinely deviant, you know, like sex charges, the whole nine. Like I said, I'm not mentioning names because I don't want to bring attention to these individuals, and I don't really feel like it's fair to their family members, etc. Like, y'all know who it is. If you want to dig deeper, call to action to all the jits, look it the fuck up. It's there. Now, anything else? Any more comments before we start discussing T.I. and KODAK Black? Let's invite some more motherfuckers to this bitch. What's happening? What's happening? Y'all already know what it is. This is, once again, my new series. It's called The Pocket. I need y'all to decide if motherfuckers are in the pocket or out of pocket. So far, it looks like battle rap bloggers and the majority, or at least a subsection of those attracted to battle rap culture, are out of pocket. The majority of us, however, are in the pocket. So, you know, there's that. What happened to Cali Boy Smooth? Up on the JP Cali, out of pocket as fuck. we ain't rocking with this. Fin 35 Entertainment also introduces a new series that will be coming soon called Slap or Nap. And that basically pertains to if you have music you want to submit, independent artists, submit your music to me. And when I say we, the collective panel of jits enjoying and watching it, will decide if it's slap or they're napping on it. If they're slapping it or napping on it. Shouts to DME, who the homie Sunday Venom says is the best blogger. What I'm not is a blogger. What I am is an individual, a participant of the culture, using whatever medium is the most applicable at any given moment to expand upon my creativity. So, slapping or napping is cracking, and in the moment we are in the midst of in the pocket or out of pocket, let's talk about this T.I. KODAK Black discussion. Now, everybody knows that I'm an avid supporter for several years of Nipsey Hussle. He was my favorite artist. Still remains, in my opinion, one of the greatest artists of all time, any genre of music. Beyond that, he's a very, very important member of the community, and I believe an incarnate of the true spirit of the universe, the spirit of Christ, whatever you want to call it. I really, really, really rock with Nipsey the long way. Any disrespect of Nipsey Hussle, I don't tolerate it, as does most people from Los Angeles, such as myself, but in general, KODAK Black had some choice words for his widow, Lauren London, saying, basically in a condescending manner, saying he would be there for her and he wants to whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And, you know, to keep things in perspective, KODAK Black, he's in his early 20s, maybe 20, 21 years old. Very talented artist. Now, there's probably a lot of people that disagree with that statement. You could say less you in the pocket or less you out of pocket if you agree or disagree with me saying that KODAK Black is an incredible artist. He is one of my favorite artists of the time. Yeah, I mean, there's no way that you could actually not have respect for what Nipsey stood for, because he stood for uplifting the community. He stood for really putting people up on game on a level that most people weren't able to do so, and he did it by speaking to the youth and speaking to people and speaking the language of people that a lot of people that have similar intentions and have similar values are not able to do so. Again, shouts to electrolytes. Good for you. Regenerate your system real quick. Man. Hope everybody's having a good day, by the way. Today's been crazy. My godson, baby caddy, Eli, had another baseball game. Shouts to the Giants at Toluca Lake. 10-3. Strong victory. Shouts to the team. You know what I mean? Teamwork make the dream work. So make your feet work before I make your teeth hurt. That way. So, a lot of people were speaking back against KODAK, and there was a strong backlash to what he was saying. Amongst those was T.I. Now, I personally find T.I. his earlier work is some of my favorite. He is definitely a vital artist, has done so much for the city of Atlanta. It's crazy. Like, I'm gonna have to speak. I'm gonna use my T.I. voice and vernacular, my Cobb County jailhouse vernacular, wherever the fuck T.I. was locked up. Now, indubitably, I must say the accusations that the young, overesteemed gentleman, or should I say, ignoramus, named KODAK Black, said upon the beyond highly esteemed, heavenly graced offspring of my loins, my daughter, I must say that it is there's irreparable damage that has been omitted by him, and I must say that he must be removed from my trap museum. Now, okay, I can't even like keep going with. I mean, I could keep going with my TI vernacular, but it's annoying to do so expeditiously. It's kind of corny. First of all, the fact that he removed Kodak Black from his trap museum. Now, for those who don't know, T.I. has a thing called the Trap Museum. That's he basically is shining light and exhibiting strong participants of in the southern region United States of the genre of trap music. And no, I'm not talking white people dancing off beat and overdosing on fentanyl lace Molly capsules at Coachella. I'm talking about real trap music that originated in the southern region United States. As I've often said in the past and on my Flavor Junkie podcast, one of the first real examples of trap music is the song Take 'Em to Trial by the last Mr. Big out of Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of people talk about Memphis, New Orleans, and Atlanta being the cities that first introduced trap music. And regardless of that, T.I. has a trap museum, and he recently removed Kodak Black due to his comments about Nipsey Hussle, the late great, and in addition to his widow Lauren London, who we all know T.I. played opposite in the film ATL. You know, we all fell in love with Lauren as Nunu, and it's an incredible, iconic film. Both T.I. and Lauren London did an incredible job. Now, me personally, I feel like T.I. being the father figure that he is, he could have spoken a little bit. He could have come at him a little bit differently, considering the fact that he's kind of a contradiction. You know, like I will never criticize somebody speaking out, nor am I in a position to criticize somebody speaking out for black issues or being a proponent of black culture. You know, like T.I. is, and he's a legend. However, this is the same guy that signed a white Australian and allowed her to have rhymes that referenced her being a slave master. Now, I might not be the smartest motherfucker, but from where I'm standing, that's a bit of a contradiction, and maybe he's overcompensating. And, you know, I'm a fan of T.I., so I'm not trying to talk shit, although I do feel like he hasn't really released a strong, cohesive body of work that doesn't feature Young Thug in several years since, 2011-12. Now, y'all tell me if I'm in the pocket or out of pocket. I want y'all to press the love button. If y'all are watching on YouTube, press like, subscribe to my channel. This will be going on every day, as well as some of the other shows that are coming up that are outlined, and the production value will continue to increase as well. So let me know if you think I'm in the pocket or out of pocket with what I'm saying thus far. Now, most recently, T.I., Kodak Black struck back with a very, very, very... first, T.I. had a diss track against Kodak, and he kind of did the T.I. diss track thing, and he kind of... I don't know if he's Mayweathering him and he wants to, like, wear him out over rounds and wasn't really going to hit that hard and direct early on, but was just kind of just going to jab a little bit and make some subliminals. There's nothing real memorable about T.I.'s initial disses. You can look it up. Look up T.I. diss Kodak Black. But the initial Kodak Black diss against T.I., you know, I thought it was fucking hilarious. The disses against Tiny, although I'm a fan of Tiny, you know, shouts to her for helping T.I. get started in the industry while she was signed to, was it LaFace Records? I'm not sure, but she was with the group Escape, and it was due to her that there was attention brought to T.I. and his initial record deal was brokered. So shouts to Tiny, and but like, what did he say? Like Tiny, you can keep her. I don't want Piggy. Like his accent is just like it's crazy. He had a lot of bars, regardless. And then he said some very disrespectful things about T.I.'s daughter. Now, I will say, when you mention somebody's family and you really bring up their daughter to that extent, all bets are off. And I don't advocate any type of street violence, nor will I, but that shit is dumbass out of pocket. Motherfuckers finna do what they do. Now, T.I.'s daughter came back with some ether and basically said he looks like a cockroach with AIDS that wouldn't touch Kodak Black, and that was fucking hilarious. So far I would have to say that T.I.'s daughter has the upper hand in this whole entire beef, and although it was pretty funny that Kodak found out somehow that T.I.'s daughter's favorite color is yellow, and we can speak on her because she's over 18 years old. T.I.'s daughter is 20 years old, and he dyed his hair or bleached his hair bright yellow. Regardless of that being somewhat of an overflex, T.I.'s daughter definitely put him in his place. I encourage all of y'all to look that up. T.I.'s daughter pretty much let Kodak Black know what time it is now. We're going to see what happens next. Hopefully, now, T.I. being a father figure in hip-hop, especially in the South, I think it's, wrong for him to remove Kodak Black from the trap music museum because, that's revisionist history, and B, you're a father figure. Why not teach with guidance? Like, yo, what you saying is out of pocket. I condone by no means. What Kodak Black said about Nipsey is admonishable. And he needs to have that coming. In fact, let the folks from Rolling 60 do what they do. And they finna do what they do. And I feel like that's whose real business it is. Nipsey's people. Now I understand that T.I. and Nipsey has somewhat of a relationship, institutionalized as it may be. Regardless, that's not really important. And T.I., I want to call him Michael Yapaport. I would call him Michael Blackaport, but he's more, he's more light-skinned. So, let's just call him Michael Yapaport, and he tends to yap a lot. So, T.I., calm down. Please be a better guidance because people like Kodak Black will actually listen to you if you kick it to him in a more mature way, and I would expect more from you. And I understand that everybody's emotions are running high. Everybody deals with death and grief in a different manner, and myself included. I'm not perfect, but as a participant, proponent of this culture, I would hope that somebody of T.I.'s stature would be a better example. Am I in the pocket? Am I out of pocket? Let me know right now in the comments. If you're on YouTube, once again, like, subscribe, all of the above. If you want watching me live on Facebook right now, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Are you with it? Am I in the pocket? Am I out of pocket? Let's debate. Speak now or forever hold your peace, like Kodak Black wishes he could do to T.I.'s daughter. My partner Shano, all the way live from the UK, says, in the pocket. I'm waiting for someone to tell me that I'm out of pocket so we can discuss this. My partner Tortoise, corner pocket. All right. So there we go. Please, don't hesitate. Let's have as much of a discussion as possible, either live or in the comments later. Shout outs to Jit Gang. This is In the Pocket, the new series from Lush One. You will be seeing a lot more as this continues to grow. It's a brand new concept. It was kind of born out of thin air, and I'm excited for it. Once again, if you haven't heard it, please peep my latest release, A Saint and a Tyrant. Most of my catalog is available on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and all major outlets. But this release is strictly available as of now on Bandcamp. lush1.bandcamp.com, and you can peep my album, A Saint and a Tyrant. Just click on it. It's free. You can download it for free, and if you decide to make it a donation, make it a donation, because it is y'all, believe it or not, who keeps the light bills going. That way. So you can peep this on YouTube soon. Please like my YouTube channel or subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video on YouTube and share it as well, and buy tickets to my upcoming battle event that I'm co-producing titled Town Business, presented by King of the Dot. Much love. Just never forget lit up. And we out. Just be a shot. Just be out.